I got extremely lucky. Normally things like this never happen to me, but the odds were definitely in my favor. This entire box is full of complete outfits for vintage Barbie, Ken, and Skipper. This is definitely the holy grail of the entire collection. Are you ready to see what I have in here? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ian, and today I have a very special video planned for all of you. Generally speaking, I am not one who gets very lucky when it comes to acquiring vintage Barbie merchandise, anything from dolls to vintage clothing to cases, etc. I typically have to buy through eBay. But you guys, I got so lucky this last weekend. Once again, I was outside of Los Angeles up north and I was browsing Facebook Marketplace and I happened to come across a listing from a lady who wanted to sell her entire childhood Barbie collection. My jaw hit the ground when I saw that listing. I immediately contacted her, and within a day I came home with a full set of vintage Barbie merchandise. Obviously, I gave her a really good deal, and I think that I got a good deal from this too. I got extremely lucky. Normally things like this never happen to me, but the odds were definitely in my favor. The majority of this collection I will be keeping, but there are a handful of very beautiful outfits that I already own, so I will be reselling those, so definitely keep your eyes open, and I will be sure to link my eBay profile in the video description for today's video. This entire box is full of complete outfits for vintage Barbie, Ken, and Skipper. And oh my gosh, I am seriously like in a dream right now because there are so many clothing items and so many of them are outfits that I have so desperately wanted for a very long time. And this right here was just worth it in itself. On top of that, I got all of these dolls and these beautiful furniture sets. I'm so overwhelmed, but let's go ahead and start first with the dolls and then we'll work our way through everything else. This is a vintage 1963 brunette Midge, and she is in her box. And this Midge is in really great condition. She still has her original face paint and her body is in really great condition too. And these boxes are in immaculate condition. And that was just like a really exciting factor for me because I absolutely love these vintage graphics that are on the boxes and on the cases. And to be able to own a doll in its original box is a really special treat. As excited as I was to get Midge, this is definitely the holy grail of the entire collection. Are you ready to see what I have in here? I have a beautiful platinum swirl ponytail Barbie wearing a very elusive, hard to find outfit called Midnight Magic. Now, fun fact, Mattel actually just created a reproduction of this doll. She immediately sold out. I purchased that doll with the intent of thinking that I would never ever own a platinum swirl ponytail Barbie. They're a little rare and they're very expensive on eBay. She still really has those vibrant pink bubblegum lips. A lot of these dolls, they often fade to an off-white color and their lips just look a little weird, but I am going to do a little bit of restoration work on her. I'm just going to bring out her lips a little bit more. I might add some blush to her. And I did start working on her ponytail. Unfortunately, the original hairbands had disintegrated and the ponytail came completely apart once I took her out of the box. I did temporarily restyle it right now, but I am going to do something a little bit more permanent and do a hard curl at the end once I finish her repaint on the lips. I had a lot of fun getting to know the original owner. I think she was very impressed with my knowledge of Barbie. I really helped her to kind of compile everything that was from the vintage era because she did have some 90s and 80s and 70s dolls in the pile too, and I wasn't interested in any of that. I only wanted things from the 60s. So anyway, I think she was pretty impressed with my knowledge, and I felt like she knew that I knew what I was talking about and that I wasn't going to gyp her in value, which I definitely did not do. I think she got a really good deal, and so did I too. I'm just elated that I have all of this. So I had these two really big trunks, and I had a handful of dolls in those as well. We'll start with the really big trunk. I will show some footage of what was in there originally. We had a beautiful fashion queen Barbie and a 1962 molded hair version of Ken. Generally speaking, the fashion queens have not been my favorite, but that changes now that I have one in her original swimsuit. She is so elegant in this swimsuit. She's definitely giving me Elizabeth Taylor and Cleopatra vibes, and honestly, I am so happy I have her. She is pretty much in mint condition, aside from a little bit of green ear that I will be able to treat. She has all of her original face paint. It's very vibrant. I don't think she was really played with that much because she's just in amazing shape. And the best part is that I have all of her original wigs and the wig stand as well. I did go ahead and put the wigs in a little Ziploc for now, and I'm not going to bother getting them out at the moment, but this was the little stand that they all came on. Unfortunately, the middle one is broken and it wasn't included, and two of the three wigs that were on this stand kind of almost melted into the plastic, so I had to be very careful and submerge them in hot water to get them off. So if you run into this same issue, just, dip these in hot water first before you try pulling those wigs off, because you don't want to rip them. I am glad that I still have the original stand. It's not in great shape, but it's still the original little stand that would have come with the doll, and all the wigs would have been propped on these. So that trunk had her, and then on the other side, it had this really cute 1962 Ken. He is in his original t-shirt. These pants are actually the incorrect pants. These are little boxer shorts that came with a little working out outfit with some dead weights and a little manual on how to lift weights. It's a pretty cool outfit, but yeah, this is a 1962 Ken. I really prefer the molded hair versions to the original flocked hair versions. He came out a little bit later after the original. Ken doesn't really hold a lot of value, but what does hold value are his clothes. And boy, oh boy, did I get a lot of Ken clothes. And not only did I get a lot of Ken clothing, but I got clothes that I have never owned that are a little bit more rare, such as the airlines pilot outfit and the military outfits as well. So I'm really, really happy that I got those. So with that, I will show you some of the clothing items that were in this trunk. Now this doll is modeling one of the outfits. This doll did not come with this purchase, but I wanted to go ahead and model one of these amazing outfits. So a lot of the outfits that came with this trunk are actually the little theater outfits, which are really, really cool. In about 1963 or 1964, a cardboard structure came out called Barbie and Ken's Little Theater. So with this theater set came the release of a lot of great costumes, such as this one. This is a knight from King Arthur's court. So what's really special too about these little theater outfits is they actually have the little inserts that go with each costume. I have quite a few costumes. I have the ones from King Arthur. I have the ones from Cinderella. I also have a few from Little Red Riding Hood, so I really scored with these outfits. We even have the Prince outfit for Ken that goes with the Cinderella set. I think the Cinderella set is fully complete, as well as the King Arthur set, because I also have the Guinevere outfit for Barbie, which is very, very detailed and very beautiful as well. These outfits are pretty fragile and a little tough to get on the dolls, so I will probably save all the theater outfits for another video at another point in time, but this is Cinderella's ball gown. I'm really looking forward to putting all of these costumes on my vintage dolls. That's going to be really fun, and I'll definitely do that for another video in the near future. Not only did we get Cinderella's ball gown, but we got the whole rags to riches story. So here are the rags before she gets the riches. I just love the storytelling with all of these outfits They are extremely detailed, extremely well made. I never envisioned ever owning any of these little theater outfits, but now I'm really tempted to look into buying the little vintage theater to go with the outfits as well. So just to show off some of the additional outfits that were in that large case, I'm really happy that I got the Army and Air Force outfit for Ken. I've always really wanted that. And then I also got the American Airlines captain outfit for Ken. So that is everything that came in the large trunk. Now let's talk about this little smaller trunk that contains some really cool things for Skipper. So this little Skipper was in the Midge trunk, even though she's not a Midge doll, she's Skipper, she's Barbie's little sister. I believe Skipper came out in either 1963 or 1964. And this girl is pretty minty, she's in really good condition and on her original stand. I've never had these wire stands before and I really love them. I'm super happy to have one for Skipper. I always am looking for ways to acquire new Skippers. They're a little pricey on eBay and I'm not willing to pay like $60 to $70 just for one Skipper doll. So the fact that I got her in this entire lot is great. And I also got a ton of her clothes. This bag might not look like it's a lot of clothing items, but it's actually quite a bit, and Skipper is a lot smaller than Barbie. I'm not going to take the time to go through everything right now, but I do have some PJs for Skipper. I have Skipper's version of the outfit Red Flare. I have Skipper's version of the outfit called Knitting Pretty for Barbie. A lot of great stuff in here, a lot of shoes, a lot of little accessories like little phones as well. And I always love these little accessories, so I'm super happy that I have those in this collection too. Oh man, it's kind of overwhelming going over everything because there was just so much that I got, but let's go ahead and move on over to the furniture pieces. So not only did I get dolls and a lot of clothing, I got a lot of really great coveted vintage furniture items that were produced specifically for Barbie. A lot of the ones that I have acquired from this original owner are the Susie Goose brand, starting with this really beautiful wardrobe here. This is in fact Barbie's wardrobe. Actual shoes and accessories and clothing items can be stored in this wardrobe, which I'm definitely going to take advantage of for all of the clothing items that I have now acquired. It does close and it's a really cute little wardrobe. And it's obviously at scale to Barbie's size. So really, really love this. I also got a little dresser which opens up, so I'll be able to store more accessories in there as well. That is also part of the Susie Goose furniture, as well as this really beautiful vanity set. And normally these vanity sets are in really beat up bad condition, but mine is in pretty good condition and it still has the original mirror, the original rug, and even the little felt fabric here for the seat cushion with a little embroidered flower as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to hold on to all the furniture since I don't have any of these pieces in my collection. They're really beautiful and I am going to be super excited to put them on display. I also got the couch that goes to the patio go together furniture kit. Unfortunately, I do not have the cushions. I do know those cushions are made from foam and they are known for disintegrating. So I'm not surprised that I didn't get any cushions with the couch. I do happen to know how to sew, so I might actually buy some little foam and then do a little fitted cover to go on it. And then that way I can kind of pick the fabric that I want. And there's also a little coffee table that came as well. This is the little mid-century patio set, which is really cool. It's very, very delicate, but all the pieces are still there. I'm going to be very careful with it and definitely looking forward to making some little covers for the seat. You guys, it keeps coming and coming. I still have more things. I also got the Susie Goose bed. Now this is probably out of anything I purchased, the one item that is in the worst shape. The canopy is completely broken. I do have the little pillars here and I might be able to super glue them back in place. I'm always up for a challenge, and I still wanted this included in the collection since it is a very coveted piece of Barbie furniture, and I might be able to restore it not to its former glory, but to get it looking a little bit better. So anyway, it's just a Barbie scale bed, and this little canopy would have stood up high, and it has a little canopy cover as well. This was also a really cool find. There are also some McCall's sewing patterns on behalf of Mattel because it actually has the Barbie label on it. And so these are clothing patterns that you could actually sew for Barbie. And as I stated before, I do know how to sew, so I might try doing this in one of my videos in the near future because these outfits are super cute and you can never have enough Barbie fashions. And it's kind of cool to see these different interpretations of Barbie fashions that were never commercial, but you could make from home with your sewing machine. Now, this was the one thing that I got thinking it was the original Austin Healey car, but it's actually not. I actually think this car came out in the 80s, but it is supposed to look old-fashioned. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to this, but honestly, it would be really expensive to ship. If any of you actually know what year this car came out, please let me know. I've had a really hard time identifying it. As I said, I originally thought it was the Austin Healey car, and that's what I told her when we were figuring out a deal, but unfortunately, it is not. I also happen to get quite a bit of Tupperware containers that have a lot of accessories in them. There's a lot of really cool accessories in these little containers, many of which go to a lot of clothing items. Right here, I have the yarn and the spool that goes with the knitting pretty outfit, which I actually don't have still. Oh yes, and another thing that was really cool is this little mini television that came with the Go Together furniture set. I think it just goes on the little table here so you can watch TV while you're chilling outside. Well, whew, I'm worn out from going over all of that stuff with you guys, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I get a good deal? I know I'm not disclosing price, but prices change and prices fluctuate, and it's definitely dependent upon what you're willing to spend and also what, you know, the seller wants to receive in return. I will just say I think I got a really good deal, but I think she got a very fair deal as well. Anyway, my name is Ian, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite item is that I received. I also want to give a really big thanks to the original owner. She was so sweet and so nice to work with, and it's really special to me to be able to have a collection that belonged to the original owner. I've never had that opportunity before. A lot of the dolls that I have purchased on eBay have gone through multiple owners, but I think it's extra special that I was able to take her collection, and it's definitely going to live on for many years to come. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try really hard to produce new content on a weekly basis. Again, my name is Ian, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.